Alright. So
This will be cool.
this is the most.
Bastion. I'd probably put Bastion in A.
Yeah, well, so are we doing a tier list based on.
Who gets counted the most?
Yeah, so
How heavily can they get counted?
S tier would be like Roadhog and that, and Ryan and.
Is Hog an S tier for counted? Like, I guess you can just pick Ana.
Ana,
But
Zen,
does
Reaper.
Ana shut him down as well as she used to?
I'm gonna say not as much, considering sleep doesn't last as long on tanks. Anti's
Do
still pretty
Roadhog
good.
players have to instantly swap when there's an Ana in the game?
Um, Probably
He's got
not
the
like
damage
east
reduction
swap.
now with the heal. I think it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah, I would say it's fine.
But I haven't played Hog since like his heyday of the Minge combo.
Oh, fuck, bro.
The
I
golden
played
days.
Hogwarts. Broken.
That shit was so much fun back in the day.
Or you duel up with your fucking Orisa and be like, pull here and I'll hook there.
I never actually did any Holt combos.
Me and Finn would do it.
It's nuts. It's nuts how strong Holt was, and we just like
Yeah, I'd
I
say
just never picked up on Holt being strong.
Once I realized
The hardest-
environmentals too, I was looking for pull any kind of man.
That would be like that was just like the thing to do. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking go over to Louis. I'm gonna jump on Hog and I'm gonna pull someone down the Sanctum hole.
Yeah, literally.
yeah, the hardest one to counter, I'd say it's Orisa. What do you guys?
Should we? Yeah.
Polly.
Put Orisa in D.
Counter. What about Orisa? Not Orisa, fucking Zarya. Like people pick Zarya to counter Orisa, don't they? I'd say C.
Yeah, I'd say C Azar. Yeah, definitely.
Wait, C as
You could-
Orisa or
Orisa.
got next? We got.
Because it's not like Orisa's counters are potent. Wait, what are we doing? Why'd we just start with Orisa? Wasn't Bastion at the front?
Yeah, let's fuck up Orisa.
I don't care if we can do. We can
No,
put
we
Orisa
start
where
at
we
the
had it.
front. This is the most scuffed fucking tier list.
It is. Why is it all out of order?
All right, this is a tier list for the easiest counted characters.
Easiest countered.
S
S tier is
being
going to be counted, heavily counted. D
Yeah.
tier is going to be not really counted.
Okay. So
got Bastion first.
Moira.
Well, when they go Bastion, it's like obviously okay. Well, we have to swap here, so I'd say at least A tier.
Yeah,
The effectiveness of swapping, maybe I wouldn't say that it's like it feels great still.
yeah.
It's yeah. 3. I would say like how many things counter Kree? Like I think you can just get outranged as Kree, but does that count as like I don't think that's anywhere near as heavy counter picking as anything else.
Yeah, well,
You
I
can
think
counter.
what you were saying before is no one really switches to counter creep.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
you
too
can
thick
counter
and he's
Kree.
too stable. Like I don't think there's any like
Yeah, if you play Ash, I think.
Yeah, so you're literally just getting outranged. That's about it.
yeah.
What do I reckon? C, D even?
Is there anyone that gets countered less than Kree?
You can counter. Oh, yeah, nah.
Counted less?
I think that's the way we're gonna have to decide what Kree is, either C or D.
Yeah.
What about
What?
Sigma?
You can
Um,
counter.
Sigma is probably a D, right?
Sigmas.
One of the things I love doing when there's a Sigma on the enemy team is just like going in as Ryan. But I think most of the
Yeah.
time that's because Sigmas are like too stupid to know that they need to like do their shit before Ryan gets to them.
If you dive in Sigma, he will die instantly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm playing tank and I see a Sigma, 9 times out of 10, I'm playing Hog.
Really?
Yeah.
Suck, rock,
If you
flux, not
'cause
flux, the other thing.
usually
Really? Like what are you doing to Sigma? Like you can hook him out of ult, but
you can hook him out of ult, you can hook him out of suck.
you can hook him out of suck. He's got a shield. I feel like the Sigma has to play that really badly for you to be able to
Yeah.
like hook him. Like there's specific interactions that suck for him, but I just don't think they crop up as much as you'd say as a counter.
No, like that's just how I would counter. So,
Yeah.
obviously,
I still
and then-
think Sigma is probably one of the D-est tiers.
yeah, we can put him in D. Because I mean, all round he is very good against pretty much everything. Like,
You reckon Hog counters Sigma better than Zarya counters Orisa?
I'm gonna say no, purely because it's based on me landing my hook.
As well as him not having his abilities at the
Yeah.
right times.
Yeah. So if it's a good Sigma who's like cycling their abilities correctly, yeah, then it's a bit more annoying. But like if you play
I reckon
Zarya into
Sigma's
it,
one of the better D tiers, yeah.
yeah,
Well, at least that's a solid baseline.
yeah.
I can already see who else is going in fucking D tier.
Right. So now we have Cass. What do you think of Cass?
I think he's Sigma level. I think he's probably easier to counter than Sigma, just because of the range thing. Like, at some point, someone's gonna have the range diff.
Yeah.
But I still think out of the whole cast, he's probably gonna be a D, right?
Yeah, well, you're not really swapping to counter him. Like
If
you,
we see something that sticks out later, we could just change it.
yeah. We'll put him in D for now. We got Diva.
Louis, you got like 0 input.
Diva. Wow. Easy
Alright,
counter.
Louis,
Bro.
give us the
Put
masterclass
it
on
on.
D.Va
Put it on
counters.
fucking A. Diva is A.
Really?
Yeah, bro. You can counter him with anything.
I never
Her.
feel like I'm at a oh, when I'm Winston, fucking hell. But this is for who gets countered, not who counters.
Yeah. Like, you got team, bro.
Yeah, I feel like she has the same sort of problem as Genji, where she's only blocking off one way of damage.
Mm.
You get any sort of side angle, flank, whatever you want to call it. You can farm Diva relatively easy.
You can farm D.Va, but like on which character specifically? I think out of anyone, if you're gonna choose someone, it's gonna be like Zarya.
I love playing
But,
like
like-
Soldier into Diva. But Soldier does just have good
Is it
outputs.
because Soldier's specifically good against D.Va?
I don't know. Like I usually play like Soldier Cassidy into Diva.
Like, if a D.Va loads into a match and then like they switch soldiers, the D.Va like, oh my god, it's Soldier.
No, probably not.
I don't think so at all. At most, I can think Zarya, and if a D.Va plays that well, I guess maybe anytime they pick beam type characters is probably a little annoying for D.Va. So maybe C.
Yeah, C's fine.
That's where I reckon.
Like she's good. She is good everywhere.
I reckon
yeah.
she's really solid.
It is just like Zarya, them that do so much. Like they just go
Like-
straight through TF.
If she ulted, she's nothing. Like, you can easily dodge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that counters or is that just like downtime in her gameplay in general?
That's also countering her ult. You just pretty much just hide. You don't have to use anything else.
Right. The next fella going straight to S tier. We'll ask the Genji main himself.
I think the only thing I want to shoehorn in here is what's the difference between something just being in general weak and something getting countered?
Damn, should we just remove
So,
him
like,
from the tier list?
Genji is if Genji is equally shit to against everything, then is he getting countered or is he like is it just that he's weak?
I would say
Yeah.
we just stick with the. Well, obviously he's countered against fucking beam type weapons. We know that much.
Yeah, like the beam
Mm.
type weapons suck, and it only takes one of them for him for his gameplay to just like suck from that. I would say either B or A, but Louis, what do you reckon?
Well, I get countered all the time. That's the reason why I don't
Yeah,
take
like
it.
it legit only takes one beam type weapon for it to be like, well,
Mm.
deflect is fucking useless.
Yeah, if they got Moira, you'll hear me calling Moira all the time.
Literally. The other night when we were playing, and Louis like, kill the Moira, and we're all killing the rest of the team, and it's just Louis versus Moira.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Like, it's just me versus Moira. Moira's
Oh.
lower. Moira's low the whole time.
Another thing is Genji's gameplay is like so dependent on the dash reset. So anything that's like self-survivable kind of
Yeah.
rolls him.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
that.
that's like a massive part of Overwatch 2 that sucks for Genji.
Mm.
What are we thinking, boys? Which tier do you want to put him in?
Easiest to counter. Not one of the easiest, but what? Yeah, probably yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I literally, you just chuck a Moira in any team against Genji. and it
Like you
makes
can
his
even
game so much
Yeah, I
harder.
reckon it's so annoying.
yeah, you can even like kill Genji with fucking Reaper.
Another one that's really annoying is flyers for Genji.
Yeah, I've wasted one
I
too
think
many
I would
blades.
prefer to try and fight a Moira than to fight flyers as Genji. But maybe I'm just like leaning too hard into Lucio for that.
Mm. Hanzo. Hanzo.
Counted?
I'd say
I
C.
reckon he's like D tier.
Yeah. I'd say C and Hanzo.
I,
I
the
think he
way
has the
I think of
same
it,
thing as Cass, where he's getting maybe ranged or hit scanned if by like.
well, that's the thing. Like, if anyone is going to fight against the Widow that isn't a Widow, it's probably Hanzo.
I could easily kill Hanzo as Genji, but we can put it on D.
Whenever I think of Hanzo and like any character, I'm like, in a 1v1, I'm thinking like Hanzo comes out on top most of the time.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think Hanzo's like
You
not
think?
doing well, but he
Yeah,
wins like every 1v1.
yeah, because it's like he just flicks at you.
Yeah,
what are we thinking, boys? D, C.
I
Yeah,
reckon. I
it's
reckon
definitely
D. I
between.
reckon. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
only play Genji and I easily counter Hanzo, so I'd say D. But you guys play other characters, so
I'd say we'll put him in D for now, and then if we need to adjust him, then we can do that.
yeah,
All right, we have the man himself,
yeah, that's
Junkrat.
I think he does get counted pretty much by anything with range.
as a Junkrat, you just shift right click, you're out of the fucking fight. You do it twice and you're out of the fucking fight. You're safe. And at the same time, the enemy just might die or flew away. So both of you will flew away far from each other.
Yeah, that shit's so fucking annoying. Oh my god, the
Mm.
boop away from me and away from him is
Yeah,
so frustrating.
it's fucked.
Um,
He's hard to counter, I'd say. But you can easily counter him as snipers.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Snipers, flyers, anything like hit scan even.
Mm.
Yeah,
I would say either B or A, I'm not sure.
yeah. I mean, what's a hard one? He doesn't get hard counted like these two,
Yeah.
but if they do come out as like a Farah
You reckon?
or
I think Junkrat can get more counted than Bastion. I think Bastion's way more stable than Rat. Although, that might just be because Rat is like globally weak.
yeah, we'll chuck him in B tier. For now.
I reckon, yeah, BT is pretty good.
All right, Barts. We have Lucio.
Counters for Lucio.
Fuck, man, that's so hard to count. I hate fucking
Yeah,
Lucio.
like flyers are annoying for Lucio because you can't engage with them, but you just like play the team comp game anyway, so I would put Lucio in like DT.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
Fucking runs away.
he is literally really just good. He just gets out of
He's fucking a gangster.
angst.
Yeah. Like,
Alright.
And look, he's
he
like,
runs away.
he's
so
just a
fast.
gangster. Actually, every character in the game fucking kills him right whenever he casts his ult, so probably S tier.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Ajax or some shit?
I don't know why they call it that. I think it's like a league thing.
Yeah, it's probably like a player or some shit. It was.
Whenever he ults, he dies.
What do we think about May?
May. Pretty
Getting
hard to count,
counted?
I'd say.
I feel like
I'd
Reaper
say,
was
I'd say
good.
A for May. A. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
reckon-
Yeah. I mean, C or D. Yeah.
Only thing I'm thinking is like range for me.
Yeah, I would say she's a lot weaker in a close range duel than this one because she doesn't freeze you anymore. Like
Oh, true.
Overwatch 1 May where she could
Weaker-
just freeze you.
Yeah, that was bullshit, but I don't know if that makes her like. If anything, that draws her strengths closer to her weaknesses, which is less counterpicked because the people that are good against her versus the people that are bad against her is like more similar.
True.
If I had to guess, like, if I wanted to pick a character to kill me, I think I would just like pick flyers or something, or just
Yeah.
like Widow.
Widow. Yeah, I mean, May's
May's pretty
And it's
weak.
like, yeah, like those characters are probably not even that great against me because she's got ice block and ice wall to even like wall off a widow if she really wants to.
Yeah.
I would say C maybe.
Yeah, I feel like C's a
Yeah.
good spot for me. Right. The Mercy mains, Mercy Mafia.
Mercy these
Getting
days just
counted.
fucking flies all the time. They
Yeah,
always
it's
mid air.
fucking so annoying.
They always dashing.
It's like,
Hard to counter, I'd say.
I'd say she's
Think-
easier, but at the same time, like, you get a good Mercy, that motherfucker ain't dying.
Yeah, it just doesn't die.
Easier. I think she gets more value, but maybe it's harder because like there's way more movement than you had in Overwatch 1.
Yeah. I
So
think
like
like
there's more options you have. So yeah, but that doesn't really matter in the context of this rank thing. Getting counted as Mercy, like is there a specific team comp you would like really hate to fight, or like someone that rolls your game? I can't think of anything.
how would Dive go against Mercy?
I think the thing with dive is that dive cooldowns take longer than mercy cooldowns, and she can use it reactively.
Yeah, true. What's that cooldown? Like 2 seconds or something?
I think it's like 3.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
And she got the wang wang. She got the what's it called? Tap strafe.
She does. Oh my god.
The wang wang. But her healing is so dog shit, especially hopefully when they rebuff the DPS passive. She's gonna be even more dog shit. It's gonna be so good.
So the annoying thing here is I don't know. I don't think I can put her in D.
Can't put her in
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, like
What
if I'm,
what like matchups or team comps are you worried about with Mercy?
so if I'm going to kill a Mercy, is that what you want to know? Or if
Yeah.
I'm playing, if I want to kill a Mercy, I'll literally just it's literally any fucking DPS.
But then that's not really countering. That's just like being. Yeah,
Mm.
that's just like her being weak rather than being countered.
Does he have like a lot of characters that can counter him?
Well, I mean, to be
I
fair,
don't think so.
I don't
I
think
Yeah, I
I've,
don't
think
think
if
that's really
anything. What was that, camera?
I don't think I've ever swapped to counter a Mercy.
Nah, not at all.
Like I've killed Mercy,
remember-
obviously, but fuck.
I remember ulting on Genji as a Genji on Mercy and just flew away.
It's
And you know,
bullshit.
when you catch a dash and the enemy doesn't die, I'm nothing. It's just
D-tier?
instant regret. You know, I should have not dashed to you, something like that.
Countering Mercy. Does Mercy get countered more than Kree? I think like at least Kree has one solid example of maybe Widow or Ashe. Like I don't think Mercy really has that example.
No, that's what I mean. I think she's just good. Like, there's
I
just
think
some-
she's just like an all-rounder sort of. I think if anything, Mercy falls more victim to team comp than anything.
yeah.
And if that's the enemy team comp, you've got to get like 5 people to all counter your team comp, which is just like so infrequent.
Yeah.
I reckon D for Mercy. What do you reckon, Louis? You reckon D for Mercy?
I'd reckon D. Yeah, for me, I'd reckon D.
Always D for Mercy.
We should add a new
Yeah.
tier.
For what? Don't counter?
But you don't counter pick for those characters.
Okay, guys, you should put Lucio down there so no one counter picks anymore.
What would you write for don't counter?
I would move.
I don't really know what you mean. Do you
Well,
mean like uncounted?
No, like I feel like with
Or
these
someone
ones,
that you shouldn't try to counter?
it's someone who like doesn't get count.
Wouldn't that just be D tier?
Yeah, fuck what is it?
Uncounted? Uncounterable?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Uncounterable. Maybe just hardest, yeah. Like, uncounterable makes it sound like there's, like, not even ways you can play against them.
Yeah. Alright. Farah.
I'm gonna put, I reckon A tier.
I would say A tier. Any hit scan, Farah without a pocket. It's
Hmm.
if
What's Genji weak to?
beam types,
Genji's weak
hit
to...
scan,
Genji's weak
anything.
to, like, long range, maybe? Is Genji weak to long range? That's the weird thing with Genji, is Genji's weak to long range characters until he gets up close.
I I killed a lot of Widow with my deflect.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, that's kind of part of it. And then the bigger thing is more so just like the beam type weapons for Genji.
Mm.
I would say Pharah gets more countered, more outplayed by hit scan, like ranged weapons, than Genji does. But she doesn't really care about beam type weapons.
Yeah, I think
Um,
B's good. Like she's easy to counter than like a Junkrat or something.
Yeah, I'd say
that's a
B.
weird one. I think it's really severe with Pharah.
Mm.
It's like if
Like, I think, like, legit, whenever someone switches hit scan, generally the Pharah just switches off.
that's what I mean. If I'm playing support, even I'll just switch to Ana.
Yeah, like, I think Pharah is easier to counter than Bastion. It's just like the Pharah mains don't don't complain about getting countered as much.
Yeah, I'd say it's relatively easy.
Reaptard.
I think Reaper is so easy to counter.
Yeah, I think you can just pick like pretty much anything with decent range.
Yeah,
Um, the only thing I'll say is that I also feel like he doesn't counter most tanks as much as he used to.
yeah. I
So
mean,
maybe he's just like a weaker character than he used to be, and he
I'll be
still
right
gets
back.
heavily countered. What are you
Okay.
doing, Louis?
I'll be right back, you guys can keep.
No. We need you here for this.
I'm gonna eat something. With Reaper,
Gross.
I would put Reaper on yeah, just hard.
Hard?
Yeah, yellow.
um,
I reckon a good baseline for Reaper's probably like Junkrat.
yeah, I would say he's easier than Junkrat because Junkrat just has that fucking mobility shit. Now, poor Ryan. Where are we chucking Ryan?
I actually don't know.
I feel like Ryan, you can pretty much play anything into Ryan without getting punished by Ryan.
That's the annoying thing though, is like if everything is good against Ryan, that could just mean that Ryan's weak.
Yeah.
Like how counterable something is going to be the measure of like how good they are on average and how it's going to be like the spread of how good they can be and how bad they are when they're countered.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd
And like
almost put him
when do you want to play Ryan?
never.
Oddly enough, whenever they've got like blockable CC is kind of like a time I enjoy playing Ryan.
I mean, Ryan, yeah, Ryan's good into Sigma. Any other tank he's like a good matchup against? I feel like Ryan's not too bad into Queen, but
Yeah, I think I've never felt like that's a super polarizing matchup.
even Ball, because Ball's really not doing that much against you.
I don't see enough ball, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm Ryan, like when the fuck do I see ball? Counters for Ryan.
I think it is just him being overall weak.
Do you reckon? I think he's still pretty bad. I would say A maybe.
Yeah, like I feel like Ryan, you don't need to pick a certain character because just how Ryan is.
Yeah.
Like he's not really flexible with his shield. Like he can't block off like Sigma, where Sigma can block off like a someone on the high ground and still do extra shit. Ryan wants to do that. He has to just stand there and fucking walk it off.
I don't even know if that's the problem I have with Ryan.
But yeah, like you can play
But
any
yeah,
character.
I think AT is really solid. Like there's not a matchup where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be Ryan here. But there's so many matchups where I prefer to not be Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Ryan in Overwatch 1. But yeah, I feel like a good run now, you just have to be so fucking cautious with your cooldowns.
Mm.
I
Hog.
feel like Hog's in that same sort of category.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon Hog's in probably A as well. I don't think he's as counted as he used to be.
Like you get Ana, who's still pretty good against him. Zen, obviously Discord's still very good. Reaper's not as good as he used to be against him, but he's
Yeah, see what I mean? Like Reaper doesn't fry tanks anymore, and it's so nice.
yeah.
Like he still fries Winston because Winston can't kill him before that sort of health differential starts to weigh up. But some of the other tanks, like even Ryan, if I've got full health on Ryan and I can just keep swinging, I prefer to. I'm happy to fight the Reaper.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Malga is pretty good against Hog too. Orisa is good
Yeah,
against Hog.
that's like a really deceptive matchup because Malga doesn't have like any specific interactions against the Hog that's like obvious. Like whenever with Ryan and Orisa, like as soon as Ryan finally gets up to the Orisa, she just like throws a javelin at him, spins at him. It's like fuck. Well, obviously Ryan's not doing anything here. But like Hog can still do all of his stuff versus Malga, but Malga seems to win the stat difference most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just like some battle of attrition. It's like not obvious who's gonna win, and then Malga just comes out on top.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy with putting him in A.
I'm happy with A. I think he still gets like fucked by stuns and anti, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah. I mean, like it's Hog's still like playable, but I feel like at lower ranks you're running into more Reapers, you know, into DPS who want to play support because it's career queue time, so they'll usually play Zen. If not Zen, it's Moira. Like, he's
Even
not,
like if I was Hog, I would probably expect to see more Sojourn than Reaper.
yeah. So well, that's another downside for Hog as well, is that he's such a he's just free ult charge.
Meat. Yeah. He's reduced old charge, but he's still like free fucking rail charge.
Mr. 76, what are we
Oh
thinking?
man, I don't think there's tons that can counter Soldier. If anything, I would say like Dive can really shut him down.
Yeah, that's good.
Does Dive shut him down more than the other stuff? I think all the D tier, the hardest characters to counter, I think they are harder to counter than Soldier.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But is Soldier as easy to counter as Mei?
I feel like Soldier's another one of those characters where it's like Cassidy. I'm not picking to counter, pick a duel against him.
I think he is really weak to Dive, it just doesn't happen much. And like as soon as it does happen, he'll just switch to Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be alright with harder.
Yeah,
I reckon
I'd
Hard
go-
is probably
I'd
solid
go for
Soldier.
that.
Like he really does get farmed by Dive, and it's just kind of like they just like put up with it, or they switch to Reaper.
Yeah. Which is
Either that, or they
He just runs
survive.
away.
They survive, but yeah, they have to run away and stop playing the game.
yeah.
When he runs away, he can't do anything. He just runs.
Yeah,
He
and
can
then it's like
attack.
when he's running, he's not using his heal
Unlike,
station.
unlike fucking Lucio, he fucking slide through the wall. He can run while shooting at you, while fucking shooting at you, or
You
while
can't run
healing
while
himself.
shooting at you.
What do we got? Sim?
Imagine
yeah.
that. If anything, I'm just gonna probably say similar to Junkrat Reaper, where she's just like a ranged diff most of the time.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like, I feel like
I'd go.
these two counter her really well.
Do they?
Well, you just Junkrat spam. That's pretty much Junkrat, and then you still Reaper, so if you get close enough, it's good enough damage. Where
Okay, maybe as in they've got better range than Sim,
I would say Junkrat definitely has better range than Sim.
and then Reaper has better control over the matchup. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe Sim's able to charge off other shit and then kill the Reaper if she needs to.
Yeah.
I reckon it's mostly even.
Yeah.
I reckon
definitely
Sim's more
Junkrat
similar
better.
to Rad than Diva.
Yeah.
We have to write down skill issues with this one, yeah, because sometimes as Genji you can counter everyone. Like
feel
no
like-
one counters Genji when you're good at Genji.
I
What
feel
about
like
Moira?
Yeah, if you're good with Genji, you can just kill Moira before she kills you.
Well, that's just gonna be a skill gap.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So this is a hero counters, not skill issues.
I think the thing that I'm looking at here is these characters, the lower they get, the less resources they require.
Fully.
Like you look at these, obviously these two have their own fucking. But Sigma, you heal him here and there, but he sustains really well.
Yeah.
Genji, if you take your eye off him, he's fucking dead.
Yeah. He blades, bro. Easily kill you.
It'd
Fire
be
up
funny
without a
if they,
pocket.
they should have done for April Fools. They should have made Genji's fucking ultimate to say, "Everyone, look at me." That would have been pretty good.
Free kill over here. Torb.
Counters for Torb. If I had to say, Torb's gun kind of sucks at range, so that's like the only thing I can think of.
I think if I'm versing a Torb, I'll take like your primary any hit scan. I think any hit scan does really well into Torb because it's like
Yeah, it's just like not playing into Torb's strength.
yeah. I'd say I'd put him in easy.
But it doesn't. I would say it doesn't feel as polarizing as most counters.
Yeah, it's like
But I also wouldn't say that Torb is as hard to as hard to counter as the others. Do you reckon? I'm not sure.
Like I feel like I have a harder time trying to counter these three than I do like Torb. For me,
I'd say it's similar.
as in you think fighting a diva, like countering a diva, and that it's about the same.
I think
as
it's
Torb.
easier to counter D.Va than Torb.
I'd say
But I'm never playing into Torb. Like
I'd
I
say
think none of the
harder.
characters I play, yeah.
I'd go harder here because Torb goes like when you try killing him, he goes fast and also he gets armored. And sometimes like while you're killing his turret, he can kill you.
Yeah, I think that's the skill issue. I mean, he is good. Like that turret does.
I think he's definitely either like the bottom two.
Sleeper pick, underrated.
Honestly, you could probably even just put him in the bottom one. Like, I think when you compare like the height of Torb to the bottom of Torb, it's like the only difference is probably like Tracer, and it's like that's playing into Torb's strength. That's like an outlier.
I mean, I'd say he's fine there. He's not hard to counter, but he is harder than these fucking characters.
I'm just like I'm never like playing around countering the Torb. Like I'll just shoot the turret, and that's like my gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm not going in on that shit. He just fucking goes big mode, has more health than Ryan.
Oh, we got
his ult. It's also hard to counter. It's just fucking on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with Diva Bomb, as long as you just don't stand in it.
Yeah.
But it kind of like lures you to something that where enemy can kill you.
Yeah, you get isolated.
Isolated, yeah.
Or we think I feel like Tracer. I feel like she's
easy.
Easy to counter, you reckon?
Yeah,
I think it's a skill matchup, but it's super polarizing. Most of the time.
I would say a good Tracer beats pretty much any other.
Yeah, like Tracer's I think Tracer's just better than everything, but it's like Tracer's so weak as well that it's like every time Tracer sees someone, either she dies or someone else dies. Like it's one of the two.
Yeah.
At least more than the other characters.
She can't hit someone's far, which is sad.
She can't what? Hit someone's father.
She just spams that TPS passive, doesn't she?
Yeah, that just could it could be so easily fixed. I haven't done it. It just needs to be an incremental passive.
Overwatch fixing anything? What?
Right? Like it's so annoying. Like it would just be so easy. Just like 1% for every 5 damage dealt to a character for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So easy.
I'd go for easy here.
Oh, easy, you reckon? No, I think it's quite hard. There are going to be some things like Torb. Like Torb does nothing and he just counters Tracer.
Cassidy's good against Tracer.
Yeah,
good against, but it's still sort of a skill matchup. Do you reckon?
Yeah, it requires you to at least land the headshot or land the
And
grenade.
if you don't land the nade, I'm not too familiar with the matchup really. Like when I was playing Tracer, Kree was like never played.
Yeah, well, when I like even now when I play Cass, I feel like I'm fine to play into a tracer. But it's literally like if I miss the first shot, I miss the fucking grenade.
And then
She'll win the
also, I
matchup.
think another one is if someone's playing Tracer and someone on the enemy team swaps to Kree, do you reckon that Tracer's swapping?
Um, Probably
Like
not.
in the same way that like a Genji is when they go Moira?
Nah, I feel like she's just one
I
of
don't,
those characters that you like. Unless she's like absolutely shitting on you, she's not one where she goes like,
yeah.
"Oh, I can't play this game." Tracer's making it up there.
Yeah. Who
I'd
can I
say,
think of? I think Tracer still beats Sombra.
yeah, I hate taking the fucking.
But I definitely wouldn't put Tracer in the hardest to counter because there's
Yeah,
like Torb.
he's like you can one hit Tracer with any characters if you headshot
Yeah,
her.
yeah, that was the other thing I was gonna mention is like there's some characters that are just designed to one hit Tracer, and I think like with Mei, that's one of the things that Mei players are complaining about is that they don't one hit Tracer anymore.
I'd probably put her in harder.
I'm not sure.
I
Hmm.
feel like it's harder to counter if you're less skilled.
For me, easy because you can like accidentally hit her if she's close to you.
That's not a counter though, because any character can do that.
Hmm. Because as a Genji, she just runs away when she's low.
I
Or maybe a
reckon,
little.
I'm not sure. I reckon it's in between easy and harder.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say easy.
I will check her
I would
easy for
say,
you.
wait, really?
I feel like I'm more inclined to put her in
Yeah, I
harder.
think more harder. More
Hmm.
harder. Widow, I think Widow is probably like easy.
Yeah,
Um,
I would go
I mean
easier
like above,
actually.
yeah, easier. I mean
This one?
easier to counter. Yeah, because like you got dive, she gets fucked by dive. You got I don't
Hmm.
know if Lucio's a hard counter because it takes like a decent amount to kill Widows as Lucio, and like the Widow has to fuck it up bad.
Yeah.
But then there's like the Sombra, there's the monkeys and shit. Um, and she's never getting range diffed.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely easier to counter.
I think she's definitely easier to counter. Is she easier to counter than Genji? I might think so.
I'd probably put her up there actually.
Yeah, I reckon up there.
Like if she doesn't
Because
have
like
range, she's so
if Widow,
useless.
yeah, if Widow's not getting countered, then it's Widow's game. Like I think Widow just has to be countered.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like Widow's the counter to Widow. Like Widow is just like a mirror pick most of the time. So if you're
Yeah.
not countering the Widow, at best it's a stalemate.
Yeah. Winton.
Winston, fucked by Baptard, Bapstard.
Re- Reaper. I
Yeah, Reaper.
always went Re. And
Um,
but I also feel like Monkey does really well at the
I think
moment.
Monkey does really well. I think there's definitely still like a massive difference in between the good Winston gameplay and the bad.
Yeah.
Like the good and the bad Winston matchups.
Like
I'm definitely between the top two. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably like as a DPS, it is so easy just to switch to like Reaper. Pretty much.
And it happens every fucking time too.
I would say he's probably the easiest tank to counter. Well, that's a hard one because you got Ryan and Roadhog there. But I feel like compared to these two tanks,
Mhm.
I'm switching to counter the monkey.
Sure.
Like I'll fuck these two up with the characters I choose.
Mhm.
But a good monkey, I will switch and focus.
Yeah, I reckon Winston does get like heavily counted.
We'll check him up here. But like a good monkey, it makes it so hard to fucking counter. But like, if it's monkey versus fucking Reaper, fucking
Yeah.
Weber, plus the
I think it is
supports.
definitely more polarizing gameplay than like Hog and Ryan.
Yeah,
It's just that those two characters are shit and Winston isn't.
yeah.
Zarya counters. I think Zarya's pretty formidable.
Yeah, she's very consistent.
Even though she's like sort of weak at the moment. Actually, I haven't played this season, so I have no fucking clue.
She's pretty good. I would even
I'd say
hard.
harder. Yeah.
I think one of
Yeah.
the cool things with Zarya, I noticed especially on support, is like there's very rarely any purpose to picking something like Ana because she cleanses every cooldown. Whereas like sometimes it might legit just be alright, I'll go Zen because at least I can keep Discord on her between the bubbles.
Yeah.
But between easy too, because you just don't have to shoot her bubbles. That's it. That's the counter, bro.
But that's so we're talking about counter picking, Louis. Is in like a character that has mostly like has decent matchups, and then there's just like
Oh.
sometimes the enemy might swap character, and it's like, yeah, you're fucked now. And so you have to switch character because they switched character to counter you.
Okay.
Then yeah.
Yeah, the fucking easiest.
Did we do
Yeah.
do we reckon Zarya in harder?
I would say Zarya is harder.
Actually, I have no idea. I don't see Zarya much anymore.
As a DPS, it is like you just never know if she has how many bubbles, what charge she on.
It's weird because Zarya, I never feel like she's like that frustrating or like intolerable. But I swear to fucking god, every time I try and shoot her or something, it's like fucking bubble. It's like such a cuck.
Literally.
It's like, god, I thought I just saw you use 4 bubbles.
Right?
But to know that she's high,
But I
charge,
don't think she's doing anything wrong. What'd you say, Louis?
her to know if her if she's high charge, just if you look at her weapon, it glows.
Yeah. And she also has like sparkles around her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's definitely I think she's good there.
Is she easily? Who are you? Who, if they play Zarya, who are you swapping to?
For me,
Anyone?
I don't know.
I'd play I'd probably play Bastion, Reaper, or Cass.
Yeah. Now you ask me that.
I wouldn't
Aren't they all characters that Zarya likes? Because
Well,
like she can farm charge off the Bastion. Like he farms their bubbles like way faster than he can react to them.
yeah, well, that's
Reaper
what I mean, so
Reaper has to go in and then she can use her bubbles reactively.
yeah, like how I would
Pre-
play Bastion into Reaper, Bastion into Zarya,
Mhm.
is if you go in straight turret form, burn both of her bubbles, you still have enough like health most of the time, even with her charge,
Oh, okay, yeah,
to
gotcha.
kill her. Reaper, I
And
mean,
she can't.
Reaper's
She
just
might not be able to reach her. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Depends on the map.
Reaper, I mean, Reaper's just good close range. Still, you can at least bait like, you know, you go in, she'll bubble, wait that one out. She'll probably
Then
bubble
she'll
again.
bubble again, and then she's like high damage. She's scary now,
Well-
and then you have to like back out.
That's the thing. If it's you versus Zarya, you go in, she uses one bubble, you just wait. Second bubble pops, then you can either Wraith if you didn't use it the first time,
Mhm.
and then she's still relatively low charge, and she still has that cooldown to wait now.
She's still relatively. Oh, okay. Before I was imagining you were saying like pop that bubble and then wait, but no, just wait for that bubble,
Yeah,
and then what? You just like repeat.
pretty much. Yeah, if
I
you
think,
need to.
I think the thing is that she'll have more bubbles than you have cooldowns to just wait for her.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you get close enough with Reaper, most of the time, a lot of Zaryas double bubble for themselves.
Yeah.
Especially like in that sort of situation. So if you can literally just bait one bubble by like engaging, because she'll always bubble the first engage, and then wait that one out and start shooting it, she'll double bubble, like she'll use her second bubble then. That's when you Wraith because you've given her some damage probably off the first one or so.
I'll put my faith in you for this one because I just don't play or play against Zarya enough.
Yeah. Never played Junkrat into Zarya, that's just free charge for her.
Yeah.
Bara's free charge, like accidentally.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Because her rockets are faster now. Zarya generally is better against like
Slows.
reactive
Yeah.
spam. But yeah, I imagine it anyway.
Yeah.
Those all.
Alright, we got Zenyatta.
Yeah. I put that on
I
easiest.
easiest, you reckon?
I'd
But
say
now
his
you get the kick. so it's fucked.
They nerfed the kick. I think he's still got extra health.
Again, I think he's a bit stronger close range because of the kick, but he is still shit on from like mid
Yeah,
to
I
long
think there's still
range.
like a massive difference. Like there's the kinds of rounds where he's just like spamming down the choke at the tank with Discord on them. And then there's the rounds where he's like got to fight against dive.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty damn polarizing. There's a massive difference. I would say, but then at the same time, he's also just a strong character.
Hmm.
So
That's
even
wrong with
though
it.
even though he's still playable in those like weak matchups, it still comes off as like he can fight them off. I think it's still pretty polarizing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably put him in easier, just because if you catch, I mean, any character that you catch Zen out of, you usually.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking like, I even think maybe easiest. I'm not
I'll go
sure. Like,
easiest for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm keen for
Weird.
easier.
I think the only thing is that Zen's just strong, and that's why he's like he still
Hmm.
survives a lot of the time. Like
His
Sombra,
Discord
fucking
is
spawn camp. Like if they go Doomfist, I'm instantly swapping off Zen.
Yeah.
Winston, like I love killing Zen on Winston. It's so much fun. It's just a free kill most of the time.
Most of the time.
I'd go easy on Ana.
Easier Ana?
To counter Ana,
I feel
Just
like
easy.
both of Ana's abilities deny like diving.
Oh, that's fucking true. He fucking slipped. Sometimes he fucking anti.
that's a
Oh, no,
hard thing to pull off a lot of the time though. Like
slip.
it's
That's a
not
skill
not
issue.
definite. I'm anti.
No,
I've
I did.
slept.
Oh,
Countering Ana. I actually don't know.
I don't pick characters to counter.
The one thing that I would say is Kiriko was legit made just to counter Ana. Like just the cleanse. Like when there's no other when there's a bunch of characters in the game, I'm pretty sure cleanse is generally saved just for anti.
hmm.
I feel like
Um,
Ana's they
she's still
harder.
solid.
Yeah.
If,
Hmm.
if they go Doom, I swap
I would just go easy.
to counter Ana.
Because it's not like Zen. She can defend herself. She can anti while healing herself if the
I
enemy is
would
close.
I would say similar to how Mercy was. It generally takes a team comp to counter Ana.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd either go
As in, I'm not saying that she's the same as Mercy. I'm just like saying in the same way. So I'd probably say like yeah, either harder or easy.
I would
I'm not
go
sure.
easy.
I feel like
Like I just fucking I hate the Doomfist matchup. Fuck that shit. I can't land sleep while he's fucking stunning me and like zipping around the map. Fuck that shit.
I mean I
Hmm.
feel like I don't know, I just feel really confident when I'm playing Ana. I'm confident I
Um,
can land the sleep dart.
against Doom though, dude.
Bro, I
Fucking
slip Doom all the time. What do you mean?
I fucking hate tracing Doom. Oh my god.
You see Doom sleeping all the time.
Like when he does the slam shit, fuck's sake, I hate trying to land it on that. And then like you cast it as he's landing, and he's already fucking punched you out of it. It's like fuck's sake, dude.
I mean I'm gonna say harder.
I would say harder.
Hmm.
There is
Okay.
Kiriko, which is like designed to outdo Ana's Nade, which is like the coolest ability, kit.
Yeah.
Um, but she's still even playable during that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally just gotta wait for Kira to use her ability first.
Mm.
Which is relatively I mean it's definitely easy to do.
She can't even nano herself, bro. Like her ult only works for team. So I'd say that's easy.
But does that just means she's easy to kill in general for anyone, not like specific characters?
Hmm.
Easy to counterpick would be like if Sombra could hack Ana so that when she uses the nano on herself, it doesn't go anymore, or something like that.
I don't think there's any situation where I would want to nano myself anyway.
I would always nano myself. Like Doom fucking rocks up, nano.
Yeah, he's still gonna kill
Fuck
you.
that guy. What'd you say?
I
He'd
would
still end
go
up killing.
harder if he can ult himself.
You both spoke at the same time.
Yeah, my bad. What about Sombra?
Sombra.
I'd go.
Sure. Countering
I'd go.
Sombra.
I'd go fucking a little hardest, but I'll go harder. But yeah, no, I'll go hardest for this
Countering
one.
Sombra.
If they have a Sombra, I'll obviously play like either Hanzo or I'll play like a Junkrat and just spam randomly.
Mm.
But like, yeah, say if
I
you're
don't know if there's. Keep going.
if you're like an Ana or something, and you miss that sleep, you're literally just dead.
Mm.
Like I think Sombra has a good damage output,
It's
especially with her.
decent. It's not Tracer, but it's decent.
And then, like, even if you're winning that duel, she can just get out of the fight. You can, like,
Yeah, also that.
But I would say that she doesn't get out of the fight as easily.
not like her old
Because
translocation.
like when I'm Lucio, I fucking chase that shit down. Fuck that bitch. Countering Sombra. I think you can interrupt her gameplay loop, like where Sombras want to be able to just like come in out of stealth, hack you, get the kill. But then there's like some characters which might fight back and not even get the kill, and Sombras feel like that that's like the craziest outplay like ever. It's like what the fuck, dude? They're allowed to just survive? That's so unfair. That makes them so good. Surviving, bro.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe spy checks, but even on like Diva or like Winston, spy checks aren't ever that effective. Not enough for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna switch Winston so I can spy check.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd be fine with, like, harder or even easier.
I reckon
or easy.
harder.
Mm.
Is she as solid as Sigma?
Fuck no.
Or is she just weak in general?
I really don't think she's weak. Like, if I play, like, usually I do relatively well on Sombra. Just because people I take the duel with is usually the supports.
Yeah. The only thing I'm thinking with that now is like the backline matchups for Sombra. They can go from like I'm fighting Zen and Ana to I'm fighting Baptiste and Ilari, Weaver, Kiriko. I think Kiriko versus Sombra is totally fine. I don't think that's an unfair matchup at all. If you want to come in and be able to get the kill without anyone stopping you before that, you should be willing to be able to die as well.
Yeah, I think hard is a good spot for her. Doomfist.
I think he gets like fucking hard counted. Like I think Doomfist is
Yeah.
only not strong because he gets fucking counted.
Yeah, you're never not swapping to counter a Doom.
Well,
I always counter swap Doom.
yeah, I know. We'd be screwed if you didn't. I never swap.
Like, and that's the thing. I don't mind playing Sombra. Like, if they have a Doom or a Wrecking Ball, I'll just switch Sombra.
I'm just now thinking, you know what happened? I never swap anymore. I never swap from Ana because I just stopped playing Ana when Doom was good.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Even like when I'm Lucio, I don't play Lucio because I can like do something against the Doom. I play Lucio because I get to survive.
Valid.
Yeah.
That's actually huge. Where are we thinking? Easiest, easier,
I think easiest.
easiest, yeah.
I think there's just like such an obvious scaling of like the can plays against to the can't plays against.
Yeah.
As much as I hate the character.
Yeah, he's
Moira getting countered, bro? Who even counters Moira?
I think that would also Moira's also like a skill issue. Like
Yeah, I think
dying on Moira blows my fucking mind. I don't understand how people die on Moira.
one of the things I always think with Moira is like she's generally like a sort of an overall low output character, and so long as you meet that quota, you can like win the matchup every time.
Yeah.
But edge cases are gonna be like with Genji, where it's just like she just ignores one of your abilities, like half your kit with her primary fire.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, like even on Lucia, it's like you remember like the 100 damage quota thing we had. It's like I feel like if you've got the damage to outdo Moira's self heal, um, yeah, if you've got the mechanical skill to do that, you can just like consistently win that fight because she's got like a set amount of time to kill every single time.
Yeah. I'd say she's
Um,
easy.
To counter,
I would.
who do you pick to counter Moira? I'll put in hardest.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
The
if
hardest. Like who are you picking?
usually I don't swap to counter Moira. I might focus on Moira more with the characters I have, but um, I mean, I guess if I was to counter, a lot of the characters would be kind of shit against Moira.
It might help to ask Louis. Hey Louis, you know
What?
when like Moira is just like shooting you with a auto aim beam that goes through deflect?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, fuck this game, fucking hate this game. Who do you play instead?
I would go the long range character. So mostly Bastion, McCree, and yeah, sometimes
To shoot
Reaper.
the Moira?
Yeah, to shoot the Moira. Yeah, I just need.
Sounds like
I can't be close to Moira anymore. It's like the
and when you're Kree, do you reckon you like get to kill the Moira a lot?
not a lot, but I become more useful for the team.
I kind of reckon that just shows like, because you're never really swapping Bastion for Moira, are you? You're just like swapping Bastion because you don't want to deal with the Moira, so you'll just shoot other people instead.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Because the
Um,
Moira will just keep shooting at me, but if the Moira get close to me, brrr, he's dead. She's dead,
yeah,
bro.
and if at best like you're not really doing that much more against the Moira as Kree, I think that still just puts Moira in hardest, don't you reckon?
Yeah,
Like,
I'd definitely
yeah,
say
yeah.
that. Yeah,
I put it in hardest. Fucking Moira.
Brig.
Actually think Brig's kind of easy to counter these
Yeah,
days.
I would say like easier.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Like, Ryan, I just fucking walk in, swing through our shield. Like, Briggs these days are retarded.
Yeah,
Even Winston, like, I love jumping Brig as Winston these days because she's way squishier. I just think the sentiment around Brig is still, like, not that great.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would put it on easier too.
I'd say Wrecking Ball has the same sort of thing as Doomfist.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
go.
big time.
I'd go. I'd go.
I'm just gonna say that that's old Wrecking Ball because I don't even remember what new Wrecking Ball does.
It gives shield.
Pretty much the same sort of dynamics, right?
Yeah, you just pick someone up and then they switch to a Rissa.
Ash.
Alright.
I feel like the
Twenty.
only
I
way
would
you
say
beat Ash is
it's
literally
Widow.
yeah. But she's not
I
as
don't know if
useless as Widow.
yeah, her gameplay is like a little more standardized than Widow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'd say she's easy.
Oh
But
wow, really?
like I think it's like if say just Ash, I'm confident taking a duel with Ash as any character. But if it's Ash with a pocket, then I'm like, well, I'm just not picking that.
Um, hmm. I was even gonna suggest hardest for this one, so this is a bit weird.
I guess she has the coach gun as well, which
The
means
coach gun is insane to me.
she gives herself
It's like it's not
space.
crazy. It's just like it completely nullifies any like
Die.
specifically great matchup I'd have against her because she's like sort of self-sufficient with it.
I would go harder with this one.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
legit the only thing that consistently outdoes Ash is Widow
Yeah,
Hmm.
in a
Yeah.
way that's like unfair.
I think hard is a good call.
Sure.
Like, yeah, she's not as vulnerable as Widow would be. Widow is. And then yeah, she can create her own space by using the coach gun.
Yeah,
I think
that
another thing I never like abuse with Ash is how fucking long her cooldowns are. Like an Ash coach guns to high ground, it's like, cunt, I should be going for that high ground. She uses her dynamite, it's like, cunt, we got like 20 seconds before she's got another one.
Yeah,
And I just like never push her on that.
yeah. We got
Baptiste.
Baptiste. I think I'd chuck him in like hardest.
Right?
Like he has immortality. He has self heal.
He's just like this fucking AIDS character.
The
He's
jump
so
on-
fucking AIDS.
That's still
No
not
one
on a
is
cooldown.
like, dude, I can't wait to get home from work and I'm gonna fucking lamp myself, dude. and then I'm gonna shift,
And
and then I'm gonna lamp, and then I'm gonna bunny hop jump 4 times onto the bridge, and
For
then I'll kill the
free.
whole team.
jump for free.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think hardest.
he's fucking cunt. I don't understand. Like, why is Blizzard sustaining that shitty fucking like anything in his kit? It's all 8. Oh shit! Did you see that jump, dude? Oh shit! Did you see that shift, bro? Watch shift
I'd go harder for this one.
for BAP.
Oh, but no, Echo.
Okay,
Oh wait,
cool.
I thought. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, my
No,
bad. My bad.
Echo's a really cool character. I just fucking hate BAP.
Yeah, for
And
BAP,
it's like I don't.
yeah, I'd go
There's
harder.
so much negative sentiment around BAP,
Mm.
and I can't imagine the people playing BAP enjoy it that much. I think legit the only reason Blizzard have sustained BAP is they're worried that if supports don't have like a easy character to survive that can also sort of like fight back, the queue times will get really bad.
Mm.
Under Echo. Believe it or not, I think Echo is harder.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
He has damage dump balls, damage dump beam, good mobility. Her ultimate is still strong in my opinion.
Countering Echo, yeah, I think just harder because she, unlike the easy category, the range characters, she's still got like some sort of potential to fight back against ranged characters, like hit
Yeah.
scans. And that's like the whole thing to me.
Yeah.
I think harder's fine.
I think yeah, she's definitely still a very strong character.
Like,
I feel like she
if
works
there's
well in most team comps as well.
yeah. But then she's also not like the hardest because if people are playing Junkrat, Pharah, or something, one of them's going to switch to hit scan, surely.
Yeah.
Sojourn. Ooh.
What do I think about Sojourn? I think Sojourn is a very. She's very hard to take a duel with because often she'll put a little bit of damage in you and you just get railed.
And then the slide is like insane.
Yeah, she does just back up.
The
if she
slide's
needs to.
really good. I swear it fucking escapes like everything, cunt.
Yeah.
Fuck Sojourn, bro.
Um,
I'd go for
Am I
harder.
ever switching to something to kill the Sojourn?
Actually, because he can also slow you, and
If it was, I mean,
Like, even on
certain
Monkey.
maps, I would play Widow against a Soj, but then it's
I
literally
can imagine that.
that's
Is
pretty
that a
much
high
it.
frequency?
No, that's not. Like I'll just have to use. I'll either be playing Soj or like Cassidy or something. Like I'm not. I don't know what to switch to beat that.
Yeah. Like
Just-
even dive is really hard against her because it's like they're so patient with saving their like slide for when you dive.
Yeah.
And like boop doesn't stop the slide, which is really frustrating as well.
Yeah. I mean,
They'll
nine
just
times
like
out
you'll
of
do
10.
the boop, they'll go back like half a meter, and then they'll just keep going. It's like fuck's sake, dude.
Yeah. I'd say she's harder. Again, still not as strong as like. Let's say I just don't know what to pick into a Sojourn. Like nine
Yeah,
times out
that's
of
kind of what
10,
I'm feeling.
their Sojourn's better than my Sojourn. I'm not going. Oh, I'm gonna pick Sojourn as well.
I'm just like I'm trying to think of what the difference between Sojourn and the hardest characters are. Like what scenarios would you prefer to be the hardest characters than Sojourn?
Well, I would take. I mean, Sigma is probably like the most consistent character.
But Sojourn's also pretty damn consistent. The only thing I can think of is maybe like a matchup where Sojourn can't get a rail charge up as well.
Yeah, or she
So,
misses
like maybe
it.
maybe yeah, maybe misses rail. Yeah, either misses rail or can't build rail well, which means probably just like missing those little pellets. Does she still charge off shields? Oh, Louis
She-
fucking Gonski.
She does.
I know it's not as much.
No, it's definitely not
What's
as
Louis
much.
doing?
No idea.
Ass.
I think. I think that's.
I'm happy to go with your call on either harder or hardest. I don't know what we would qualify the difference as if we were to say she's in hardest.
I would say. Yeah, like I don't know what to play to counter her.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think she's like just generally decent. Like
You-
her slide almost makes up for the difference in like tankiness that her and Kree have, but she can also take high ground and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like most of the time when you're killing a Soj, it's not just you either. Like
Yeah.
Soj normally wins the one.
Yeah, it's like you let the whole team fight devolve, and it's just like a gamble on whether or not the Sojourn got her kills by then.
Yeah. I'm gonna chuck her in harder.
Sure.
We got JQ, your queen.
Hang on. What do the characters look like in harder? Do you reckon any of those are harder to counter than Sojourn?
Harder to counter than Sojourn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
I don't think so. I think Sojourn can go down a tier. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely can't think of anything that would differentiate Sojourn from the hardest category.
She's just very good.
She's just solid.
You don't see too many of them around anymore either. Like she's very good. That's what I've started playing.
Really? I thought like maybe one of every four DPS players was playing Sojourn.
Like I'll get
And
there's
it's always
usually
with a fucking mercy pocket. Oh my
yeah,
god.
fuck those mercy players, bro. Alright, fuck it. Queen. This is you.
Fuck yeah, dude. I have no idea. I fucking turn my brain off whenever I play Queen.
Dude, that's the thing. I feel like
That's why you always hear me like, fuck dude, I did the thing again where I use axe before I shout.
I
It's like the
still
most
think
basic fuck.
Queen is. I think she's good. Like
I think she's solid. She definitely got to count as like Kiriko doing the cleanse thing on her ult. I think that's kind of bullshit. It doesn't happen to me much, I just know it exists.
I would say, I'd say she's easier to counter than like Echo and that. But
Yeah, I would say the same.
I would say she's
Um,
not easier than like.
I would say Anti is a counter to her, but I don't think Anti counters her as much as it counters Hog. Like I think Queen's hitbox makes up for a bit of
Yeah.
the healing she requires. And a fair bit of it too.
I'd say she's
Um
here, if not like here.
I think she's closer to easy.
Yeah, and that's like
What do you reckon?
yeah. I feel like Queen's still a very good character. It is just certain abilities that make her kit kind of.
You know what else I fucking hate? You can when I've fucking so many times like Doomfist will go in, use all his cooldowns on the team. I'm like, alright, gun, I need to get your team back. I'll go in to like use Carnage, and by the time I cast Carnage, he's just like one tap punched me.
Yep.
Like not one shot, just like he just like taps it and it just stuns me out of Carnage. I'm like, fuck's sake, dude. I didn't even opt into this fight and you're just like better at the front line than me.
Literally.
That one tap punch thing frustrates me so much. He can do it every what 4 seconds and he can do it to like most tank abilities.
Yeah. Doom is a very frustrating character.
To only me it seems like.
Yeah, well, like I feel like I punish Doom for using it. Like I think I counter Doom really well, but I am playing
Like
Sombra.
even in like tier lists from like flats and that, they'll just talk like Doom's alright. I'm like, fuck's sake, dude, Doom is like the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I feel like a good Doom is better than any other good tank. I feel like Doom
Yeah.
gets so much fucking like output.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel like
looking
he gets
to-
a lot.
Like
And it
Doom's-
requires him being countered
Yeah.
to stop it. And like when I'm other tanks as well, dude, like Winston, he just fucking punches me. It's like fuck sake.
You wanted to
But,
use Primal? I'm saying Primal check.
But Kiriko. Countering Kiriko.
Honestly, I would say harder, if not hardest.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning to harder, but I'm just like trying to think of like, am I ever Kiriko? And someone's like, oh, I'm gonna change to this character.
Well, even if they
If
do
I had-
take that duel with you, you still have two abilities which deny them that duel.
You do, but then that leaves you in the dust.
Yeah.
Oh no, the TP doesn't. Something I was thinking about the TP is like, it's not worth the tier list. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a cool idea. So like Sombra's TP, that used to go through walls. Maybe it doesn't matter as much. Um, More so like Kiriko's not punishable with her TP. Maybe that's because it forces her into always using it to near another teammate. And so it sort of like fortifies her even after she's used it, just by default. Like there's no misuse of TP.
Yeah.
Unless, they go on feed with someone and try and TP bomb them.
You know what they should have? So you know how old translocator you used to have to place it somewhere.
Mhm.
They could. Nah, they obviously won't. But they should have like a
Um,
fucking ability where you slap it on a teammate. You slap like a fucking
So you have to preemptively use it.
yeah.
Cow beach.
So like you put it on a character for them, and like that's where you TP. That's the character you TP to.
Yeah. The only problem with that would be that sort of removes control from who is playing it. Which could be fine. I just don't think Blizzard would ever want to do that.
Because they don't ever want to do anything.
I think there's better ways to rework. I think there's better ways to rework TP. It's definitely a bullshit ability.
I think if you put a cast time on it, I'm fine with that.
I don't think there's any problem with Suzu. Like, other than some of the things like how easily it counters ultimates, and then also the TP bomb thing. And I think you could sort that out by giving it a cast time.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think Suzu is legit 1-to-1 with Zarya bubbles.
Yeah.
Like if it's harder to counter ultimates with Suzu, same as Zarya bubbles. Zarya can like bubble someone so long as she's got LOS, so maybe that's a thing.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think like, and Zarya bubbles can stop one shots. I legit don't think there's anything Suzu does that Zarya bubble doesn't.
Yeah.
Once you fix those couple things.
I'd say it's harder. Harder.
I don't know. I don't know what you switch to fuck Kiriko.
I don't see. I just don't see myself switching to fuck you.
I don't either. Um, I'm feeling harder, but if I can't show or think of why I would feel harder, I think just go hardest and maybe Kiriko's just weak. And she's just got like she might be weak and she's just got really obnoxious playstyles.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I feel. Yeah. I feel like yeah, she's good. I just don't pick any characters to count.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Would that put her in hardest or harder?
I think still hardest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Like I think you could legit just shuffle any team comp that the enemy has, and there's not really a specific reason that they would be like fucking Kiriko.
Yeah.
If anything, I think the weakest link to Kiriko's kit is her healing.
Yeah. She does do fuck all healing.
Ram.
I'd say
God,
Ram's
we got-
easy to counter.
What'd you say? Easy or easier?
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Versus Queen. I think Ram's easier to hit with pretty much anything that Queen's weak against.
Yeah. The ults you just use anti.
Yeah, legit. Like
You
just
just
pick Ana.
LOS.
I don't know if Hack stops his ultimate. I just don't know.
No, it doesn't.
The punches feel really frustrating. There's nothing specifically that stops the punches. Block. He's got his like decent range as well. So it's not like he's worthless at range. I guess maybe you're right at easy. I was thinking easier, just because Ana's cooldowns get more impact on him. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, he still has his good matchups. I think it's definitely harder to counter like a Diva and a Zarya.
I don't play Ram, and when the enemy's playing Ram, I think I just go around him, is the big thing.
Yeah. Black Weaver.
Weaver. Countering Weaver. I don't think it gets done much.
Nah, not really.
I'm not sure.
I used to swap Sombra because she used to be able to EMP the tree, but she can't do that anymore.
Nah, I think canceling ultimates is like the lamest idea ever.
But like that's literally the only time I've swapped. I'd say he's harder to counter.
Sorry, reactively deleting ultimates is like lame. If you get like a cool skill shot or like good timing, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But not tree, Weaver, wife lever. Hmm.
I mean,
Wife lever counters Widowmaker.
fucking hell.
That's a sentence and a half. That's so good. Oh, nice try, bitch. I left already.
I don't know where I would put it.
I guess hardest. I'm not sure.
I feel like yeah, he has that dash. He
He is.
does.
He's also just super inoffensive.
Yeah.
So like he's extremely survivable, but then also is inoffensive. So I just don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ilari. If I had to guess, I'll just say harder. Just
Yeah.
like off the bat. I don't know why.
Yeah.
She's
She's
easier
like
to dive than most things. Um.
big boy Mal.
Hang on with Ilari. What are you swapping to fight Ilari?
I'm not swapping. I just take the duel.
Hmm. Yeah, I think maybe like she might be weaker or like less annoying than Weaver. But if we're not swapping on Ilari, I don't know, harder to counter.
I, I,
Who
I
who are you
think
picking to counter Ilari?
I think Weaver's harder to kill than Ilari,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's based on like who I'm countering to pick. I think that's just me
Hmm.
finding his abilities more just
I don't know what Ilari's fall off is.
not too
Like
bad.
I think there's like a pardon.
It's not too bad for where like most of your team fights happen.
Is Ilari hit scan? I can never tell.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
think she is. I don't know why. I got the feeling that she had like a maximum range where a bullet just like stopped.
I don't think so.
Not sure. I haven't played her enough.
I'd say
Um,
she's
I'm
harder.
happy with her. I'm happy with her in either of the bottom two. I just have no idea.
I think she's better there. Life Weaver, Kiriko, so like they all just have better survivability than her. And like
Um,
you're not
they
really
can have
swapping
better
characters.
survivability without it being counter based.
Yeah, yeah, but like I'm not necessarily like, these characters. I just don't know what to pick to counter. This one,
But we
I
also we also don't know what to pick to counter Ilari. It's just that she can die more often, so she's like a weaker character, but not necessarily counted more.
yeah,
I can't think of a specific reason, but I'm happy to leave her in harder.
yeah, we'll keep it harder. Mal tits.
Um, I think Malga's always just strong, but I still think that means he has his counters.
I would say he'd be easy. I reckon easier to counter.
I think if you were to nerf his Battle of Attrition, it would highlight his counters way more, because his counters would actually sort of beat him before he beats them.
Yeah, I feel like most of
Um,
your close range DPSs just are still very good against him. And even your long range, like mid to long range, like Soldier and Sojourner, like there was me and Finn the other night. He popped his fucking cardiac or whatever it is, and I used my entire Sojourn ult on, and then Finn used his ult on, and then he finally died. So he's like strong, but like you anti him, you know, he's definitely easier to kill than like a Zara, I think.
wait, and what abilities did you use on him?
I used Sojourn,
Uh-huh.
and Finn used whatever Venture's ult is.
Do you reckon if you were any other DPS using their ultimates, would you have gotten better results?
I'd say if I was May, it would have been easier if I had Mail.
He would have just ran out of it, right?
Yeah, true. I
So
think
I think
Cass.
they're not really being like a clear cut. Hey, this character would have been better. Is like showing that the counter picking wouldn't have mattered, right?
Yeah, but like
Even though he like just wins and we can't do anything on these characters.
yeah, with Malga though, I just feel like he's super easy to kill if you just focus him.
Oh
Sort of
really?
thing. Yeah, like I'm
I
comfortable.
think I just play characters that are like generally not great against him.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure. I just like try and play the I don't play against this guy game.
yeah. I mean, I'd put him in easy. I reckon he's easy to shut down if
I'm
you're
happy to go
taking.
easy. I reckon if he got like even small nerfs, his counters would be far stronger against him because they would kill him before he like recovers from them.
Yeah. Now, Venture. I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Finn, how does Venture get counted?
I don't know.
A lot? A little?
I
Can't
actually,
remember.
I don't even know.
Um,
We just leave her out for now because we don't have enough
Them.
information.
like Hog was very annoying.
Like Hog what?
Was very annoying to Birth. He would just
Yeah, I
always
was thinking Venture was just overall really shit against tanks.
yeah.
Never back
Also
down, never
Zarya.
what?
You just
Never
keep
give
spamming
up!
him.
Let's play! Let's go!
Yeah.
With this one, I would go hardest.
So,
Venture? Hardest?
Adventure, yeah.
I don't see myself swapping to counter Venture. Like I just feel like I shit on Venture anyway.
You reckon? The only thing I was thinking is like, even with the range thing, something that's really cool with Venture is like similar to how Tracer can sort of blink through open space, whereas like Venture can dig through open space, so she's not necessarily subject to snipers as much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, counters.
She can fucking knock
If I
you
had
up.
to guess, I would just say harder, but I haven't played Venture at all.
Yeah, we'll just chuck her in there. Last one on the list, please.
Countering Orisa, dude.
Fucking hell, artist, bro. Like no way. Like what else you gonna fucking fucking what? There's nothing, bro.
This sucks. Fuck Orisa.
Fucking Doomfist, nah. Fucking Diva, nah.
I think the one thing is that there definitely are things that you would use to try to counter Orisa. It's just that they don't always work. Like you pick the counter to incrementally get you closer to countering it. So I think by that logic, you might put her in harder. But everyone fucking hates Orisa.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Orisa is also the same, like, same problem with Doom. Like, everyone counter swaps for Orisa, but it doesn't work.
It works for Doom.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't work
Oh
for
right,
Orisa.
gotcha.
You can swap to whatever you want, but Orisa's still going to be a liar.
I still
most of
think
the
I
time.
think like that makes it shows that there is at least a little bit of counter swapping with Orisa. No,
Yeah,
like, you get what I mean? Like it's not that it works; it's that it works better than what the alternative is.
I do find myself like taking the fight against Orisa is still taking.
Oh,
It's easier
fucking
than
sucks.
Sig. Like, I think it's easier than Sig.
I think it's just less dependent on the hero than Sig. I think that would be it. I mean, more dependent on the hero than Sig.
Well, I mean, I think
Alright.
that's a good fucking.
I think it was pretty cool. That was a cool idea, Louis. Good idea, Louis. Nice,
What?
nice one. Let's go.
No, hardest. Fucking hardest Orisa, bro.
No, she's the hardest to kill, but like, would you rather be Ryan or Zarya versus Orisa?
Fuck, bro. With Reinhardt, you can counter Orisa. I mean, you can.
Fuck Louis! Fuck you! You play that!
I play them. I can do
Okay,
Guys,
pretty-
I don't
honestly,
want to. I don't want to lose games, guys. Alright? Well, I think that's a good. That's a
How
good.
did you go from? No, fuck that. She's in the hardest. What? No, I can counter Orisa on right now.
What I was saying, I was saying like the opposite. I was just
Oh.
cheating grammar, but I was saying
Okay, my
you can
bad.
counter Reinhardt with Orisa.
Orisa
Yeah, that's what
counters
I mean.
everything.
I would put him on artist, but we can change something because
I think leave it harder because I think the Ryan and Zarya example shows that there is a tank that's like better, and that is like an emblem of counter picking.
Yeah.
You can't even fucking shatter Ariza, bro.
Oh, I think that's good.
That was cool.
Wait.
We can start thinking about swapping other things because I'd put harder on Hansel.
Harder on Hans hand soap.
Yeah, I would even put it on easy.
That's kind of funny because I think Hanzo is one of the characters that like he sucks in the game like objectives thing. He's just really good at 1v1s.
One v
And like
one.
1v1s, I think Hanzo like wins like every 1v1 in a
Oh,
vacuum.
that's true, Axel. It's like his accuracy gained more in 1v1 for some reason.
Let's run some games, eh?
Wait, we're
Alright.
playing?